trying to hear that. I'm a sucker for you.
Not much has
Say
changed,
more?
but
I
they
feel
live
good.
underwater.
He said, I want some peanut butter and jelly.
I would probably strangle my kid if he did that.
TXT running their movie though and shit. They on, like I said, the Ian Dior feature, Coi Leray, Jonas Brothers. I feel like I'm missing some. They
out here.
movie.
Who's they label?
Lollapalooza. You know the label already. We just. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Redemption 46 Studios. I'm Nick.
I'm Zach.
I'm Mary Jane Maki.
I'm Jarek.
I'm Keith.
You know the vibes. Y'all seen the picture. Y'all seen the thumbnail. Y'all know why y'all here.
Why?
TXT, Jonas Brothers, do it like that. Why don't you do it like that and hit the subscribe button and become a real redeemer today? For more content like this, jump on the Patreon. We are getting into a TXT guide as well. No long talk. Let's jump into this. And subscribe. Caught you. Shit. Hey. Fire.
Yeah, I like that, Joe.
It was fire. It sounded like everybody get up. Hey.
Only without stealing.
Okay. Yeah, no, for sure. It did. Because it wasn't the tempo wasn't as slow as like that. It definitely was a little bit more Bruno Mars. I love Jones like this. I love when people like are in that lower register and kind of like vibey out like music.
I don't know why I would love to go swimming to this song.
Want to bump some mimosa or some shit next to the pool?
Or day on the beach. Have this.
Yeah, nah, definitely feels like summertime. It feels like a
see
vibe.
Jared
It
get
feels
the
like
wet
I'm
bar
outside.
with the mimosas.
Those are the best.
I thought the production on here was decent. The video was shot interesting and well too. I have some gripes though. I wanted the mixing a little bit more.
Like me interacting with two of them?
No, like yes, like I felt like the Jonas Brothers wrote their part and they did their part and they just sent it in, and and the producer put it together. I don't know why, like let's say Kai and Nick to kind of like come together almost on like, oh my God, you do it like you kind of like one of those. I wanted it to mingle just a little bit more because I think the song is a bop. I feel like the choreography is gonna be fire too and everything. But I want TXT to ingratiate themselves in these big moments. They're doing a lot of collaborations with people, and I want these moments to be super iconic. Not saying that, no one can't take anything good away from this, but I no longer want K-pop songs to feel like you did your half of your homework and I did my half of the assignment, and we just turned it in.
Get the A, right?
And we got an A still, but I want a meeting of the minds. And I felt like, maybe if it was a live performance, I'd have got that. Did y'all feel like they intermixed, like you heard overlapping of like vocals?
No.
So I did it. However,
it still was good. Like
I didn't expect that though, because we've seen other groups, collab with probably. I don't want to say bigger because I don't want to diminish anything that TXT or Jonas Brothers did, but we've seen bigger groups collab.
When they Big Brother group did what they did,
that's what I was alluding to.
Yeah,
right.
But you heard all of them. They literally were all in the booth and did it together, and they have an overlap.
Yeah, but even in the video, it didn't look like they were together. I mean, it didn't feel like.
Well, the video was one thing. I felt that way through the video here and through the song.
But even like what
that feels like they're composited
with
together.
The song with Lyle, Who Are You? You do your part, I do my part. Or even Make It Right. You do your part, I do my part.
But even that, I felt like Lyle was ingratiated in, he transitioned in a lot better than that. And that's different when it's one artist
as opposed to a group.
As opposed to like a group where the whole point of everything would be to kind of get that intermingling. And like I said, it's a slight gripe because I think the song was still like a bop. Yeah. I think this is one of the better collabs that they've done. It's might be my favorite collab so far.
What, in K-pop or?
For them, for as far as their discography goes. But I don't know why I would, you want to hear, Joe mixed with somebody else. At least I think that'd be interesting. But how y'all feel?
No, this was cool. I definitely understand what you mean. What is our song? Is it called Classic?
Yeah.
Yeah, like something like that with how they're, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But no, this was dope. I liked it. It was fun. It was like simple but effective. God, they're so grown now. They're so grown. But they meshed well off each other. It's a download. I can smoke to it.
Definitely a vibe. I enjoyed it. I didn't really expect too much mingling, like Keith said. But whether they mingled or not, they still executed a great song. It wasn't like too jarring that they didn't mingle. But a moment would have been nice. But I don't care for the moment because overall, the hardest thing was executed, and that was creating a hit. And they did it. I felt like the video could have been more though. Like, this was alright, but I don't know, like maybe a park, something, a concert. I don't know.
Yeah, true.
But the little all white background, it was alright.
I feel like they saved a lot in the budget.
No, I just felt like I wanted to hear Subin and Joe just like.
Oh no, I definitely get it.
Shout out to Jonas Brothers, man. I'm glad they still out here making music.
That part.
They're making bops in my youth. And they still doing that today, so I gotta appreciate them.
Nick is so fine.
What'd you feel, Zach?
The track was cool. Like the production. I do kind of agree with Jarek. The video, in my opinion, is kind of boring. One thing I did though like was how they didn't let the beat build really. How they just jumped right onto the track. They didn't wait, no nothing. I appreciate that in music because I have a very low attention span, and I don't like that sometimes. But this, I liked it. I like how they just jumped right onto the beat, and he did his thing. It's always great seeing the Jonas Brothers whenever they have their instruments with them. That's super dope. Also, I do agree with Nick. The line distribution, in my opinion, I felt like it could have been different a little bit. Don't ask me to order. I just felt like it could be, I don't know, it's just like something different. Other than that though, production I definitely did agree. Production I liked a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and also too, like, you know, I was going to say, sorry. Nah, because I wanted people to know too. Sorry, at the end of the day, with music as well, if it's fun for the groups and fun for everybody, that's cool. Like I said, my thought process comes from loving TXT so much and wanting them to become more of like a household name than they already are, to take these opportunities that, you know,
To make moments.
yeah. Just because tomorrow is not promised, and with any musician at this point now, you never know if you're going to be on another track or if anything is like going to kind of come from it. And I'm pretty sure TXT should be old enough to had listened to Jonas Brothers, like, in general, or just kind of had been around and stuff like that. So what, Nick got to be like 32 or some shit? Or like Joe and them like 33 and 35 or something.
Definitely
Like,
grown man.
yeah, so it's just like, you know, they would. I wouldn't be surprised if 2 or 3 members from TXT grew up watching the Jonas Brothers or heard their music. So I'm pretty sure like this is a very big moment for them. I'm sure like they had fun, and not too many people, even in the K world, or not too many people even in pop, can say that they've done a collab with the Jonas Brothers, and they're a big deal. Like Sucker, I'm pretty sure that probably has like fucking 1 billion views or some shit probably on YouTube. So this was a moment, and like me wanting them to mingle on the track really comes from wanting like great music. And like this was a bop, and like this is definitely something where if it's on, like I'm gonna play it and shit. Could possibly be a download, but fuck that. Like I want them to make some iconic shit. I want them to almost be on stage looking at each other in the eyes and shit, just like, oh my god.
Yeah, like the chemistry is really there. You feel like it was almost like, oh, they want us to do a song together, let's do it, and then we done.
Yeah, and that's what I like about K-pop. Like, I don't like when K-pop feels like some of the music over here, in the sense of like, you just packaged your part up, you sent it to somebody to listen to it, heard what type time you was on, kind of went from there. I like the organic nature of productions with K-pop, where people be like, oh, okay, this what you gonna do? Yo, call me up. Or when you do that, I'm gonna layer on top of your joint, you know, and I like that. And I personally kind of didn't get that from one listen. Mine was a raw reaction, so y'all getting my reaction.
How dare you react? Who do you think you are?
Sorry.
No, you're good. I agree. But I think that part of the issue is everything is so digital and technical now. We don't no longer have to be in the same room in the same booth like they used to talk about when Big used to write songs. Yeah, man, we would go in the booth and put the track on. I would just sit there and watch him. You're no longer in the same place, so you're no longer getting that same energy. Yeah. You're wherever you were comfortable at, and I'm wherever I'm comfortable at, and we're making music together. I may never hear your part until my part is already done.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure them niggas live in L.A. and they live in South Korea.
And, like, never the two shall meet. Like, you know what I mean? Even if they were here, they probably wouldn't get in the studio at the same time. You know what I mean? It's probably just not a feasible
thing. They made TikToks together.
Yeah, they were around each other. Whatever they were doing, they were around each other. And that's what I'm saying. I didn't even... From the video, I didn't even get an embracing moment. I didn't
even think they were in the same room. Because with the white background, you could easily cut and paste.
I'm almost on that type time, but like you said, I've seen pictures of them recently all together. But it's just, I didn't get that moment on here, like, you know, just one, like a handshake where it's just like, oh, okay. Not like the passing of the baton.
J. Cole on the roof moment.
Yeah, like... Seriously, like imagine how we would have felt about that, like with the Hope feature with Cole, if it was shot like where it looked like they weren't together almost. If I don't know, and that's a nitpick. I be wanting great things for them, so that's it's coming from a place of love.
No, but I don't think that as far as collabs in K-pop, when it comes to American and Eastern artists, that we've gotten that. I think that it's always, I don't want to say
the last one we did, we bashed.
But I don't want to say egos involved. But like you don't never really hear the American artists draw on the track. You don't ever really hear the Korean artists draw on the track. It's like everybody just do what you got to do, and we can walk away from this amicably.
What's good, Korea?
It's just like it's never like let's go out and make our best song possible. Like let's go out and just wow them. It's like all right, let's just do something that's gonna run these numbers up, get this hit, and skedaddle. And I don't know why I feel that way. like I'm not hearing a lot of runs from either group. I'm not hearing. I did hear the high note from
Nick had one at the end, but the
Like, that
production
could've
kind of
been-
overpowers.
Yeah, it was very low. The
and I
levels were very
love
low.
his when he used to get into that
Niggas.
Sorry.
No, but like you said, kind of something where they're both like singing the same note. And
Yeah,
it's,
but they all sound the same.
right, they're not. I didn't get those moments, and like that's why I kind of agree with you. But I'm
And I know
not
that
surprised.
tempo was hard too.
But I'm not surprised because we haven't seen that up to this point.
Yeah, that tempo and I'll cut everybody some like slack. The register there, and I know it's hard for your voice to sound any different once you get into that. Like once it's like that low, it's hard to differentiate kind of like what's going on. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't want someone to leave a reaction and just be like, "Oh, you ain't fuck with the song." It's like I fuck with the song. I fuck with both groups. I fuck with them so much that I felt like this,
Could have been better.
I already like a lot of songs like this, so it was gonna be hard not to like this.
Mm-hmm.
Just a couple things.
Yeah, anything else from there? Zach, how about you? Jerry?
I'm fine.
So,
I'm Gucci.
yeah, jump in the comments. Tell us how y'all felt about this. If y'all thought this was like, one of the best shows of the year, definitely tell me about it. Tell me about how y'all feel about collabs in general, because we've definitely had this conversation a multitude of times whenever we've seen people collab.
It's funny because I was about to say that, like, my fault, Keith. Is I feel like a lot of the collabs that I've seen with K-pop members, it's always something like this, where I just don't. I like the song, but I just don't be seeing what Nick is asking for.
The chemistry.
Yeah.
Angel.
Yeah.
I lost it. I don't know. I'm done.
No. I was talking about the collabs, and that's when you was like, went like that. I said we've had this conversation.
Yes,
before.
we have. And the problem is, not even a problem, but sometimes the misconception is in the comments, they automatically jump to the conclusion that we didn't like the song. And they're like, oh, you guys didn't like, because you didn't listen. Shut the fuck up. We listened to it. But it's just like, we're allowed to have our own opinion because this is a reaction channel. And it's kind of like if you didn't want our reaction, like, why are you here? First off. Secondly, it's not that we don't like the song. We just don't think every song is perfect, and we see where it can be better and see where it can possibly, going forward, if a collab was to happen again, kind of grow and make for a better song or make for a better chemistry build between two different groups from two different places, two different cultures. I don't know. Like, I just don't think some people get it sometimes. They think everything that's not a yes, this is great is a bash, and it's not the case.
Which is crazy because you would think that if we liked every song, we would seem like a fake, channel.
People get that criticism as well. For people who like everything, they get the criticism of, oh, you just like everything because it runs your numbers up. But when people don't, it's like, oh, you really don't like the music. You're just, so which is it? You can't have it both ways. Is it Uchiwali or is it one mic? What are we doing here?
Yeah, I also think it's one of those things too where like me personally, since the song pretty much is self-explanatory. Yeah. Like, you do it like that, like you do it you do it like that. You
and
do
it's
it for
a great
me, baby.
Song.
Like, it's a great song. My thing is at the end, I would have had some runs. These would have been like, you do it like that. Like we would have infused like some boo bop, bop bop. Say nah.
We looking for Carmen San Diego now with some shit.
Say nah, but I'm just saying like we would have like infused. I felt like that'd have been a way for some people to get their shit off. TXT got too many hitters. As far as like, vocal line can go almost with anybody.
And the biggity boom bop, like that stuff is in Jonas Brothers Woodhouse. Shit, they had a song called Mbop.
Yeah, and that's why I said to Joe, it's almost like, remember at the end when they did Magic, TXT? And mind you, I'm not saying that you need to completely like kind of re-replicate like that, but we've seen that. Literally, Devil by the Window kind of had like that same the devil by the window, like they kind of got like that little groove. It's here, just kind of vocally like go off. I'm tired of collabs, and it feels like artists are holding themselves back, not to shit on people,
phoning it in.
And I don't want to use that term because it's gonna sound like people thinking that like they didn't give it they all. It's just one of those things where like people are being so respectful. It's just like, yo, if Jonas Brothers ain't gonna carry on here, we gonna carry. This shit gonna be a TXT featuring.
What was Why Club? You could either make the song or not make the song.
Make the song. Jump in the comments. Tell us how y'all felt about this. Clearly, I feel passionate about it. Can't wait to jump into the guide on there to get more information about TXT. Also, for everything that we talking, shout out to the Jonas Brothers. I appreciate any of these artists who are taking the time to help K-pop initiative and to kind of get more views on. I'm pretty sure they are probably already knew who TXT was or heard about them. Hopefully, it was through the Lollapalooza joint. Or whatever else TXT is doing, because TXT really running their movie. Like I said, the Ian Dior joint, the Coil Ray feature, and I feel like I'm missing another feature as well. Like they're around, and they're not going anywhere, and their story is still young. I feel like they just getting started with all they God tier shit that they got going on with them. So yeah, all that. Jump in the comments, give us some more information. Jump on the Patreon. We're about to get into some more TXT. We love y'all. We're gonna highlight y'all. Peace.